Hello, welcome to Mowgli TV. Today I'm going to talk about another free effect Resolume very kindly gifted to all its users and which is available from their forum, link in the description. The effect is Polar. So here we've got BPM audio shapes, which is a generative source available from Gumroad, link in the description. And I'm just going to drag Polar, which I've got over here, which will appear under your wire effects when you install it. And there you go. That's what it does straight out of the box. Now, if you're familiar with Resolume's effects, you realize that this bears some similarities with another effect that comes as default with Resolume, which I've got already on this other clip, which is Polar Kaleido. We'll get into the differences between two in a second. If we look at what a polar coordinate system is here in Wikipedia, it says the polar coordinate system is a two-dimensional coordinate system in which each point on a plane is determined by a distance from a reference point and an angle from a reference direction. In layman's terms, this means that it's going to take your rectangular content and it's going to turn it into a circular representation of it. If you're that way inclined, you can have a look at this or other pages that you can find all over the internet where they get into the intricacies of what all this means from a mathematical perspective. As you can see, there is a lot to get into, including formulas and all kinds of other details. Let's go back into Resolume here. Here we've got Audio Fluid, which is another generative source available on Gumroad, link in the description. And I'm just going to switch on Polar, which I've got already on it. So you see it turns our rectangular flow of particles into something that's wrapped around the center, and you can see that the joining line is there. It is warping that rectangular content around a central point. Let's go through the settings on Polar. You've got float in, which is your X coordinate control. Float in 2, which is your Y coordinate control. Angle, which rotates the whole thing. Then you've got your offset, which moves the content away from the center, creating a void in the middle. But if you click on wrap, it will fill that. Then you've got your horizontal flip, which flips it horizontally, and you've got your vertical flip. Now, if we compare this to Polar Kaleido, let's just drag it on, switch this off, and you see that the overall effect when you first bring it on is very similar. The differences are the Polar Kaleido has got less control over the positioning of your content, and it's got this extra parameters like the number of rings, the number of parts. So it's slightly different. I wouldn't say that one is better than the other, they just do slightly different things. So let's take this off and go back to our Polar. So let's make something using Polar. We've got the default settings as it comes when you first load it, and the first thing you're going to do is switch on wrap, which will ensure that there is content displayed however you warp or move and offset the content. And then the offset now, like you can see, it will make it come from the central source going outwards. So if we start by animating that, maybe make it a bit slower. So now we've got this kind of infinite source of particles coming in from the center. Let's offset this a bit so it's not all center, maybe there and there. And now we're going to bring the opacity down and maybe change the blend mode to add, and there you've got it. We've changed what we originally had to have a double layer of particles, which gives a lot more depth, and we've got that infinite source pumping out. So that's a possible use for this effect. So there you have it. That's it for this video. Please like and subscribe. As always, it really does help me to carry on doing these videos. And I recommend that you regularly visit the Resolume forum because there's a lot of stuff that's going on there that you won't find anywhere else. So I hope to see you next time, and good VJing.